Shanti Shanti. Samastha Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vitvaram. Defined as strict observance of one's own dharma, Tattvabodha, and guidance is to perform one's duties with enthusiasm and dedication. Based on our age, position, and place in life, we perform certain duties regularly. Okay. How should one think about balancing and prioritizing one's duty across all dimensions to ensure we don't over-engage in one at the cost of impacting another? There are two things which we intermix: in responsibility and duty. They are not synonymous. What is given to you is duty, what you take it up is responsibility. When you are at work, there are certain things you have to do, and certain things which you take it up upon doing. Bhagavan Krishna says, Swadharme Nidanam Shreya. What is given to you either by your profile at work or as the stage of life at family, as a householder, father, mother, parents, as a parent, as a son, as a daughter. Shastra says these are the things that you are expected to do. And those are considered as duties. As in our pledge also, you see, we know our responsibilities and we know our duties and responsibilities. Correct? We know our duties and responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Or we have only the responsibility? Responsibility.
I think it's only responsibility, Swamiji.
Right. So, duty is what the world gives you, responsibility is what to take it upon by yourself. Because certain things which the world expects of you, you may not be able to give. You're not capable of doing. So, let us say, if someone says, if you are born, you have to marry. If somebody says that, not necessary. There are exceptions, right? So then what happens? I have become irresponsible. If a sadhu decided not to marry, is he irresponsible? He has decided not to take up that. Correct? So in the case of a workplace, you take it up based upon how much you want to spend time in the work and how much you want to earn. All those things matters. If somebody thinks that I have to work 18 hours a day and that is what I have to do, then he becomes irresponsible husband. Correct or not? Because you have taken another responsibility of being a husband also. So this is what your question is. If one is overstepped by other, what is to be done? So if you want to be a workaholic, don't get married then. You want the married life, but you won't take up the responsibility of being a married person. You want children, but you don't want to take the responsibility of being. This is what happens to people, right? They go for it and suddenly say, "Oh, I think I don't need a child." Right? You have become pregnant by your own. Nobody becomes pregnant suddenly. I mean, of course, the exception is somebody's molested. That's a different thing. But knowing very well somebody gets into a such kind of relationship and then throwing away the children, is it not a irresponsible act? So when I am getting in itself, I should know what I am going to get into. Before you get married, you know what you are going to be responsible for. So what world expects of you is not necessarily what you should take it up. You have a choice. But once you have taken up, that is your responsibility. See, if I'm sitting in an airport or railway station, wherever, when somebody comes and says, I'm just going to restroom, can you take responsibility of this? No. You can say no. I'm not taking responsibility. I have to also go somewhere. Then I am stuck with until you come here. I mean, you may not tell that to your friend, but somebody else, I can say no. So, in a typical householder life, if you have taken the responsibility of being a husband, being a father, mother, being a whatever, you need to know how much you need to let go of your work so that you can become a responsible individual as a husband, wife, or a parent. And so there's no, see, in the case of Arjun, let us come to Arjun's case here. Arjun thinks that if I go into the war, I become an irresponsible king. Why? Because people will think that I have taken this for the sake of kingdom, killing all my relatives, and I'll be responsible. Varna Sangraha dosha, admixture of things, all whole list he gives. These are the things will happen and all that. Arjuna said, what is your Swadharma? Look at it. What is your Swadharma? You are a Kshatriya, right? Yes. You are a warrior, right? You are a king, right? So don't mix up with sannyas. You're not a sannyasi. Are you? As a king, as a warrior, when you are in the battlefield, casualty is unavoidable. I want to wage a war where there is no blood. No, sir. That's not going to happen. It will be there. You want it or not. So, as a king, as a soldier, you are protecting the people, their safety, their security against evil kingdom, whatever it is. In the process, those who are supporting the wrong cause, even if your own brother or cousin, will die. You cannot help that. You cannot have cake and not to eat it also. And you want to have a cake in your hand and eat it also. That's not possible. Either you eat it or leave it. Cannot do both. So you as a king, you as a soldier, if you are in the battlefield, you are not a renunciate. So that's why he says very clearly, you cannot take up to embrace sannyasa. At this point of time, you take your responsibility as a king. That's why he said, if you are killing, if you are in the war, you will win or you will go to Swargaloka. Only two things can happen. Correct? Either you win and become a king, or you lose in the battle and you will go to heaven because you're performing your duty. So that is the reason why one has to be clear. There is no mixture of this. What you take up as your responsibility, make sure that you fulfill it. Before taking it up, be careful. What world expects of you is not what you need to do. If you are capable of doing it, take it up. If you are not, you can say no. Then nowadays, children also, as soon as they get married, the parents will, "Oh, what about children? What about children?" They will say, wait, we are finding out whether we can handle them or not. If we ourselves cannot handle each other, where do you go? The third person comes in. We are careful of not doing it right away. We'll wait. We'll wait and see if I can handle that. That's correct. They are more sensible in that. Because the world expects you to do it. Yeah, I cannot go by the world, what the world expects me to do. Is that clear? Or still you are confused?
So Swamiji, here when we say Swadharma Anushtanameva, the
Swadharma Anushtanam. Why it's called Uparadi? Because then your mind is not oscillating. That is why it is. Actual meaning of Uparadi is, in Vivek Chodamani comes, Swakolake Stapanam. That is the Vivek Chodamani explanation. Indriyanam swaswagolake stapanam, meaning wherever all the sense organs in their own place. The eyes, or if I'm seeing a beautiful thing, eyes are going out there. No, eyes should stay here only, not go after that. That is called Uparadi. That is called Uparadi in Vivek Chodamani. All right. Self-involvement. Faith in the words of the Guru and the scriptures is Shraddha. Why faith in God not mentioned explicitly? Is it because God expresses as the scriptures and Guru? God is not known to you unless there is someone telling you about it. Correct? And who tells you? Maybe your parents just introduce you, there is God. But who is God? What is God? Where is God? What is his nature? Everything is known to us only through two sources, either by the Guru or by the Shastra. Nobody has gone directly and seen and then tells you about it, right? Very rare if somebody does so. We know about the presence of God through the teachings by the Guru or by reading through the scriptures. So therefore, Shastreshu Guruvaksheshu Satya Buddhi Avadharana Shraddha. In what is said by the, because when we imagine ourselves about God, it is mostly wrong. Our idea of God is what? What is taught by others in general, with who do not have Shastra Jnanam. What do they say? God created the world. And he is responsible for whatever happens to you. Then what happens is when wrong things happen, we keep on blaming him. It's all because of that guy only. Not taking any responsibility in what we did wrong. So this is a wrong assumption. So when you are thinking about God on your own, you have your own idea about God, which is usually wrong. And when things are not going the way you hate. Right? When Guru or the scriptures correctly point out what is the nature of God, and what is your relationship with God, then there is more of love, reverence, respect, surrender. When on your own, when you do a concept of God, you have expectation and disappointments. The majority of the people who go to temples do not have the correct understanding of God. Their idea of God is what? When nobody can give me something, only God can give. So if you go to Balaji, go to Tirupati, demand. If he doesn't give, go to the next one. Yeah, I think Balaji is so overwhelmed. Too many people. Let us go to somebody else. Hanumanji is okay nowadays. This is our our idea of God. Usually that disappoints us more and more, and then suddenly I say, I think Hinduism is not good. I am going to go to something else. Adi Guru will good. Then I think this is better. Something new. New God has come, so let me go there also and see what happens there. And they are also disappointed. Then you go to something else. Christianity will go. Islam will go. You'll do shopping. God shopping. God hopping. One God to another. So, correct understanding comes only when it is authenticated by scriptures and spoken correctly by teachers. Yesterday I got up and suddenly realized I know whose God is, and I'll tell you. Longer the beard, greater should be your doubt. Is faith bestowed on us through grace of God, or is it cultivated? Certain aspects of the faith is by experience, and that is called Vishwasa. Vishwasa is trust. There are three, I have explained to you in some context, three things: belief, trust, and faith. In this, Vishwasa is trust. You have trust because of certain experiences. You trust your friend, you trust your parents, because they are always thinking good about you, good of you, what is good for you, right? So before you take up anyone as your friend, you have to have certain positive experiences with that person. If the experience with that person is negative, you don't take that person as your friend. You don't trust. Faith, on the other hand, comes out of who is giving you that information. So faith is usually your trust in the words of someone whom you respect. And because of that, you develop faith on the unknown. Guru or a spiritual teacher, you revere, respect, and he has faith in God, which he transfers to you. You don't have direct faith in God. You don't know. You have no experience. So therefore, you have trust in the Guru who has faith in God. And that is transferred to you. Because you have trust in God, in Guru. That's the point here. If you do not have trust in the source of your knowledge, you will not get that. Right? So faith is, Gurudev has given as that believe in something which you don't see. The result is you start seeing what you believe in. Believing in something which you don't see. But when you start believing in that, you will see what you believed in. So the belief must be followed by questioning, pursuing, experimenting, and making it a reality. Okay, so we saw two of them. Trust is based upon your personal experience. Faith is depending upon the source you trust. All right. Like your mother or father, when they started to educate you when you were very young, you believed in them completely. Whatever they said is true. So you have complete faith in the words of your teacher, your guru, father and mother, because you had trust in them. They are my parents, therefore they won't tell me anything wrong. All right. So that one. Now, belief is most likely the third one. The belief is most likely hearsay. That is what makes people believe in one thing and leaving it. That's what called believing means you will be leaving very soon. Because it's hearsay. It has no authority. It has not based upon any experience. It is not coming from the right source. Everybody goes and does something, you also do. Why? Everybody does, therefore I do. A large number of people believing in one thing and you join them does not mean it is real. Correct or not? Many people get dissuaded, get completely disappointed because a large number of people following a particular sect or cult, suddenly that fellow becomes a cheat. Then what happens? And then you lose faith in all other things. Why? Because you blindly believed it. There is no real authority. There is no real source. Everybody collectively believing in something does not become a faith. Faith is based upon certain sources which are authentic. There are so many such Dadiwalas have come, so many centuries passed by. They all created cults after cults. After some time, they disappeared. And there's no trace of them afterwards. Why? Because there is no firm ground on which you actually develop the whole thing. There is no basis. There is no authenticity. A single person just comes and says something because it is appealing. Everybody falls onto it. After some time, it disappears. There's no more further progress of that person. Because if X you are believing, if that person falls away, he says, "Come on, all of you, follow me." And then you go there. After something, he disappears. Then what happens? You just know, where am I now? So Gurudev always said, "I will not go in the front. I'll be on the back only. You go in the front, I'll keep pushing you." At least I know to what extent you have moved. All right. So question number 3, Bhaja Govindam. Please explain the meaning of the verse 24 of Bhaja Govindam and elaborate the being impatient. You are unnecessarily angry with me. त्वयि मयि चान्यत्रैको विष्णुः त्वर्थं कुप्यसि मय्य सहिष्णुः सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृतभेदाज्ञानम् भेदाज्ञानम् actually it you have written भेदज्ञानम् भेदाज्ञानम् 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 should be the faculties in us, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, etc., cannot but see diversity. Right? Eyes can see colors, shapes, forms, not one, many. Ears can listen to very many different kinds of sounds. Nose can smell different kinds of smell. Tongue can taste different kinds of flavors. Yes, skin touch various senses of touch. Mind can give different thoughts. Variety is the nature of this universe, creation. Vividha pratyagamyam vishwam. That's the definition. Vishwam, the word means variety. Now, when Vedanta says there is only one, will you believe me? There is only one, appearing as many. Now, that cannot be accepted by us easily. Scientifically thinking also, we cannot accept there is only one which is appearing as many. Because first of all, we have to accept that it is an appearance. See, white is not blue, blue is not green, green is not yellow, yellow is not red, red is not gray, whatever. They are distinct colors. Can I say all of them actually one appearing as different? We don't accept that. But then science proves how the split of ray takes place, how that defragmentation takes place. The fragmentation takes place. So, a beam of light fragmented into many parts, appearing at different degrees, from different angles or different intensity, they become different colors. The science proves that. So until science proves, if you go only by the eyes, can you ever say blue is white, white is gray, gray is yellow, yellow is red? You can't. You won't. Because eyes don't report oneness. Eyes always report manyness. So as much as the science trying to prove that colors are many, source is one light, it applies to all. So the manyness is the experience, oneness is knowledge. When the teacher therefore says here, Ekaha Vishnuhu, see the verse. Ekaha Vishnuhu, meaning what? There is only one Vishnu, one Bhagavan there. One Vishnu here means Brahman, Brahma Tattva. Ekaha Vishnuhu. Tvayi Mayi Cha Anyatra. In you, in me, and anywhere else also. Anyatra. In you, there is only Vishnu. In me, there is only one Vishnu. And Anyatra api ekaha eva Vishnu. But you can't see that. Therefore, kupyasi. You are upset. You are angry. Kupyasi means you are not able to recognize and realize this. Therefore, you are saying, no, how can that be? You are arguing with me. Vyartam. Your argument is futile. Why? Because Mayi asahishnuhu. You are not patient. This knowledge takes place only when your mind is patient. Because this knowledge is not something which is objective. It is subjective. You cannot objectively see it. You cannot with the eyes see the oneness. You cannot with the ears. So objectively you can't see it. It requires you to go deeper into yourself and recognize that which has qualityless gunarahita paramatma ekaheva sarmasmin. And I have to remove all the qualities and see the one presence of consciousness, which is the same in all. If you associate with the qualities, it will be different only. You take apple juice, orange juice, grape juice. Is it not essential quality of all of them is water? H2O plus. So essentially all of them of the nature of water, whichever juice you take, and plus added qualities that makes orange juice orange, and then grape juice as grape, tasting grape, and other things also. So essentially the H2O is there. Where, see, if you have an apple tree, next to that is orange tree, and there here next to it is the grape tree. All of them are taking the water from the same earth only. And they converting one into orange, another is converted to apple, another is grape. So therefore the taste is different. But what is the source? Same. If you go to everything else also, you have an avocado tree there, and then a mango tree there, and an apple tree there, or some other there. All of them are having same earth only as the source. Where else they grow? On the sky. Why there is different variety? That is the world. The source is one. The source only appears as different. My hand is not the head, leg is not the head is not. But I am one. So, ekah eva Vishnuhu toyi mayi cha anyatra. And when you are not having the patience to go through this understanding, you are unnecessarily getting upset. Vyartam kopyasi mayi asahishnuhu. Therefore, sarvasmin, in all of them, api atmanam pashya. Therefore, you see that Atman, the consciousness, that which is one. Ajnanam, Veda Ajnanam, Utsruja. The Veda, the differences that you see, that is Ajnanam. Veda Ajnanam, Utsruja, Tyagam Kuru. Give up that Veda, give up that difference. Sarvatra Atmanam Pashya. In everyone, in every person, everything, Sarvasminna Vipashyatmanam Sarvatrotsruja Veda Ajnanam. So, Ajnanam, Veda Ajnanam, that the ignorance that is the cause of this seeing the differences, Sarvatra Utsruja, everywhere you give up. And the place of that, Sarvasmin Api Pashya Atmanam. See the cell. The whole problem that we have in the world, earlier also, now also, in the future also, is that our perceptions are so gross, so much at the grossest level, based upon the color, creed, skin, race, caste, and all these things, all the wars and all the impatience and intolerance, all because our perceptions are so at the grossest level. Why should one hate the other and kill? Because of the inability to see the oneness. Of course, if the other person is endangering rest of the world, then you have to take it out. Like that of the weed, you have to take it out in your garden. But just because I don't like you, therefore I kill you. That is not correct. That is not correct. Just because I don't like it. So that is the idea here. Unnecessarily angry with me. Because you are going by the grossest perception. You must look at the subtle vision given by Vedanta. All right. Very good. So I think you are taking up study of or the understanding of Hanuman Chalisa, I was told. And also we are going to have the Hanuman Havan coming up in the month of May, 2 months now from now. So this year it is taken up as the year of Amritotsava. And Gurudev had emphasized seva more than anything else. And he himself was, until last moment of his life, he was doing work as a seva. On the other day, I was talking on this subject. I said, seva is to save yourself. Right? Seva is not done just to help somebody. It is actually helping you. When we know that, you will do it better. For example, every day you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. When you are young, there is no problem, because the body is young enough to digest the food easily. When you hit 45, 50, you have to do seva to your body by not eating that much and doing regular workout. Until then you are not particularly interested in doing workout, etc. Because body is able to digest, no problem. It doesn't give you trouble. So first 50 years of life, your body is doing seva to you. Then, if you don't do seva, you become shava very soon. So when you are regulating your food and doing proper exercise, workout and all this thing, actually you're helping yourself, right? Making sure that my body doesn't give me trouble because I need to do certain seva consciously to my body. Actually, body doesn't want that demand. Mind is only demanding all that. Body doesn't say, give me breakfast, lunch, dinner, this much quantity. It can survive with moderate food. If you have started that early, it's good. If you don't, then obviously it will suffer. Now, so seva is not just help. I'm helping somebody. That itself, by itself, it cannot become seva. Seva includes a bhava of selflessness. I'm not doing for myself. I am doing for making someone's life better. It can be known person, unknown person, whatever it is. In the process, you will be the one who will benefit it. Your mind can now do things without asking the question, what's in for me? What's in for me? What's in for me? That best example is Hanumanji. Why should he go and look for Sita? Why? Just because Sugriva commanded him? Just because Rama commanded him? No. I am doing seva to God, Bhagavan. And interesting thing is that he realized that he alone can do it. But he never arrogated about it. He's never become arrogant about it. Who else can cross such a mighty ocean and reach there, discover Sita, give her consolation, give her the message of Sri Rama, right? Even if you say that that's what Rama wanted him to do, and therefore he did it, he did much more than that. He threatened Ravana and came back, which actually was not expected of doing. He only said, Rama, if at all you are able to see Rita, hand over this ring to her. By giving her ring, you will reduce her suffering and come back and find out where she is and we will go there. But then what did he do? Even after accomplishing the first part of the deal, whatever commitment, see, he created his own responsibility. That's what they are taking up responsibility. I will do more than this. What? I will two things. One, I want to know what is the strength of Ravana, whom we are going to meet in the battlefield. Second is, let Ravana know whom he is dealing with. Not only Ravana, the entire country should know whom they are dealing with. So, which was not expected of him, but he took it upon himself and accomplished it also. In fact, Sitaji says, Ravana, when he was right in front of him, and Hanumanji says, you may consider me as a monkey, which I am, and I have crossed the ocean and have come here to look for Sita and also destroyed a part of your army. I am the last in the rank. In Valmiki Ramayana, I am the last in the rank. If I, the one who is the unwanted soldier in the army of Sugriva could accomplish this, above me there are so many of them who are much superior, and they are not one or two, a crore. Okay? They will come. Then think about it. That's how he threatens him. So putting himself down, he says that I'm not the top ranking person. I'm the lowest in the rank. But still, I wanted to inform you that. So Hanumanji's seva is something which nobody can match. And that is the reason why Hanuman Chalisa is in praise of a servant of God. Bhagavan, Hanumanji, his temple, interesting, today also I was talking about that in Satsang. Any Ram Mandir you go, there will be Hanuman. But not necessarily every Hanuman Mandir will have Ram. Seriously. Ayodhya, when I went just 2 months, 3 months back, we went to Ayodhya main temple, all right. But when we went to, there is one more place in Ayodhya itself, which is Hanuman Ghati. If you go there, there's no Ram Mandir there. Only Hanuman. In fact, when our Gurudev, when he first installed the Hanumanji, the Veera Hanuman, and it is a huge form, 24 feet form, or 36 feet or something like that. And because there was a lot of wind in that area, and nobody can build anything in the top of that Siddhabari hill. So Gurudev said, we are going to create ashram. The people said, Pagal hai kya? Nobody can even stand there. It's so much of wind there. So if there is so much of wind, I will bring the son of wind to take care of this. So people did not believe. Then Gurudev decided to have Hanumanji as the, they are installed. First one he created was Hanumanji. Thereafter, the wind slowly settled down. Now, when Gurudev was asked this question, so Hanumanji has come. Where is his master? He said, Hanumanji has come. No, he will bring his master. Don't worry about it. And then, from Hanumanji's, if you go to Siddhavari, our ashram, you will see, from Hanumanji's face, which direction he looks, there he marked, that is where Ramji's temple is going to be. And the Mastakabhisheka of Sri Ram, Hanumanji was done. And with that money alone, Ram Mandir was created. They said he made his own collection for it. No, he created it. So in other words, Ram Duvare Tum Rakhware. You are the doorkeeper of Ram's abode. Meaning, if you want to go to Ram, go to Hanuman first. And he will show the way how to reach Ram. Worship Hanumanji, think about him, and he will be very glad to take you to Ram. It did not happen with Sugriv. Sugriv does not know who is Ram. It was Hanumanji who took him there. Vibhishna knows Ram. He doesn't know. He knows that there is some great personality called Ram. That he knows. But where is he? What is he? Hanumanji is the one. तुमरे भजन राम को पावे जन्म जन्म के दुख बिस तुमरे मंत्र विभीषण पावा रमकेश्वर भई सब जग जाना. The Sugriv also, it was Hanumanji who guided him towards Ram. तुमरे वचन विभीषण माना तुमरे मंत्र सुग्रीवन जा. Sugriv also taken from you only. Your words only had taken Vibhishana to Ram. Your words alone, Sita could listen and become quiet. Right? Until then, Bharat also. Who was sent as a messenger to Bharat? Hanumanji only went to Bharat saying, wait, 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 don't jump into the fire. He's coming. So, if you worship Hanumanji, even if you don't know Bhagavan, he will take you there. That is his responsibility. So, worshipping Hanumanji, listening to his greatness, Tulsidas ji completely believed in that. And when he was there in Ayodhya, he was given darshan by Hanumanji. And there, when he saw the presence of Hanumanji, then he started to compose this Chalisa. So, this year we have taken to perform the Hanuman Havan with a clear understanding in our mind that in the 75 years of Chinmaya Mission's work, what is the main point which made it successful, surviving even after so many years, is because of the bhava of seva. And especially here in Chinmaya Mission, we have taken the seva of jnana. Jnana seva, which not many people do that. And as you know, imparting knowledge is a saving knowledge. A knowledge that can save you from the sins, the impurities, the ignorance, and suffering. Any other seva, if let us say somebody is hungry, you give food. By giving him food, does that person become noble? Or give him money? Put him on a shelter? Whatever you do, does that act of yours make that person a noble person, a pure person, a devout person, a God-loving person? Many people, when by giving money, thinking that that person, because I received from me the money, I can convert him to believe in some God. He will believe in money than God. Correct or not? If you're not given money, will he believe in the God? No. So what he believed in? In money, not in God. If you stop giving money, you will stop believing in God. That's all it is. So what is the best seva you can give? You can do a best to a person by making him come out of his own ignorance. That is a saving knowledge. Right? And that is the seva that Chinmaya Mission has been doing. Well, there are other projects, like other things are there. Social thing is there, helping the poor is there, hospitals are there. But education, spiritual as well as academic education, can make an individual become better on our own way. When you send children to school, it is a way of making them become independent thinkers, mature individuals. So too, Balvihar, etc. When they are given this knowledge, spiritual knowledge, later on in their life, when they start to face their responsibilities, their own emotional mind, indecisive mind, etc., they become a better individual to take decisions and correct way of directing themselves, which academic knowledge by itself cannot do it. So, thus, Hanumanji is the doorway to the Lord. With that understanding, we should worship Hanumanji and take his quality, the main quality being selfless seva. Doing the best wherever you are, in whichever position you are, wherever you are doing your seva, may your best come out in that. And thereby you lose your ego, arrogance, pride, selfishness, self-centeredness, conceit, self-conceit, all that. and do it as a loving offering to the Lord. All right. So we will see in the next month when we meet. And May I will be there for the Hanuman Havan.
Thank you. We're super excited about Swamiji being here for the Hanuman Havan.
Come again?
No, super excited, Swamiji. You're here for the Hanuman Havan.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
All right. Om Sarve Bhavantu Suginaha, Sarve Santu Niramayaha, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhavet, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om. And you also know that the mission center is coming up with a lot of work that is going on. I'll be happy to see the progress when I come there also. And please help the people there, board, to accomplish this task fully. Wherever you can bring help from, financially and various other different ways, please bring to help out the completion of the project. I'm sure you are already doing it, but in this kind of endeavor, as maximum help is needed and can be given only by the people who value it. We cannot go to a stranger and ask it. All those people who are benefiting out of it or who will benefit out of it, they only will be coming forward to do it. So may you become the messenger of this noble work. Because see, I can guarantee you, a center which is in the center will become a place where people come from different age group, different sections of the society and benefit. And I see it, as I have told you before also. Even if I want to conduct a program, I have to ask my maintenance guy, hey, do I have a place? Because he always books the entire weekend. Every day it is booked, every weekend. Why? Because so many people want to use this facility and then do seva through this. Uh, so I have no doubt in my mind, in another few years, you will find that for your own program, you need to book yourself. That should happen. That is my idea. That should happen. Don't just open the center and open. I mean, it's open center only on Sunday, Saturday, and then close it. Every day there will be various things that will happen. The whole place will become a place of great, activity, cultural, spiritual, and then community events and this and that. So that is my vision. Thank you. Hari.
Thank you.